Microsoft officially announces even more Xbox events set for this month. An Xbox masterpiece gets its ray tracing Xbox Series X and S upgrade. And there's another way to play your Xbox games. There's a lot here to talk about, so let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? It's Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with yet another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. If you guys can do me a massive favor, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and please hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you guys for all the continued support. Finally, after what seems like forever, Xbox actually has a ton of news that dropped today. I'm sure you guys have seen, I didn't really release a lot of videos last month, combination of having pneumonia and there not being a lot of stuff to talk about. Only 3 videos I released in July. And August, I hope, is going to turn out to be a lot better. And Xbox decided to grace us with a ton of news today. Not only did we get the launch of Xbox Cloud Gaming on Windows 10 PC, and Microsoft finally bringing back the ability to stream your console to your PC, which we'll talk about later. Not only did we get the announcement of a brand new Xbox event taking place at the end of this month, but we also got an Xbox Series X and S upgrade with ray tracing for a game, a masterpiece of a game that nobody thought would actually get upgraded for next generation. And that's what we're going to talk about first. So one of my favorite games of this entire generation, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice from Ninja Theory, a game that they put out in 2017 exclusively on the PlayStation 4 until it came to Xbox later, and then Microsoft, of course, purchased them in 2018, and then they announced Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 in 2019. Well, they actually went back and worked on an update for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. You can see here that they're excited to announce a new free update, free, for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, available now on the Xbox Series X and S, and it features ray tracing on both Xbox Series X and S, up to 4K resolution, up to 120 frames per second, updated materials, particles, and details, and maybe the best feature of all, at least for me, chapter select. So if you're wondering what you're going to be getting with the Series X and S, here you can see the 3 modes. So on the Xbox Series X, in performance mode, there isn't ray tracing. The resolution is dynamic up to 1080p, but it will give you 120 frames per second. In resolution mode, you don't get ray tracing. It's up to 4K. You will get 60 frames per second. And the new mode, Enriched, gives you ray tracing up to dynamic 4K at 30 frames per second. If you're playing on the Series S, performance mode at 60 frames, full HD, no ray tracing. Same thing with resolution, which is dynamic up to 1440p at 30. And it does have a ray tracing mode on the Series S, full HD at 30 frames per second. Now, if you're a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation owner, you might be wondering if this update will be coming to your platforms. And unfortunately, the answer to that question is no. This upgrade is exclusive to the Series X and S. There is an update for the PC version coming in the future, but if you want to play this version at 120 Hz or with ray tracing, you're going to have to play it on one of the next-gen consoles from Xbox. And I understand that a lot of PlayStation fans, some Nintendo fans might feel a certain way about this, but at the end of the day, Ninja Theory is owned by Microsoft. They never made a promise that they were going to update this game at all, which is why it came as a surprise. I know some people will throw out the Doom Eternal comparison and say, you know what, Microsoft bought Bethesda, and id Software released a next-gen version of Doom Eternal for both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. But I would say to that, id Software made a promise before they were acquired that they were going to do that, so they wanted to live up to their promise. Nobody expected Hellblade to get an update after 4 years, so I'm not surprised that it's only for the Xbox consoles. And don't worry, guys, this isn't going to delay development of the sequel, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. As for this update, Ninja Theory partnered with QLOC, the company who helped bring Hellblade to the Nintendo Switch. They've been hard at work on this latest version for the Series X and S, so Ninja Theory have been able to focus on their future projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Will I be playing this update for Hellblade? Absolutely 100%. I'm actually downloading it right now I want to check out the ray tracing mode, although I'm not really a fan of 30 frames anymore, but I do want to see what the game looks like with ray tracing on. And if I were to replay it, I definitely would play it in the 60 frame mode, because I don't really think Hellblade needs 120 frames. But if you're one of those people that wants as much frame rate as possible, that option is there for you. But the big thing for me is chapter select, because as everybody knows who beat Hellblade, if you actually want to revisit certain sections of the game, you can't. You have to start from the beginning and get to the end. So for me, chapter select is a godsend, because I'll be able to go into some of the sections that I wanted to replay without having to start from the beginning. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to take Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice for another spin on the Xbox Series X and S. In other big news today, Microsoft officially announced another Xbox event for August, which means Microsoft has 2 events this month for Xbox. That's right, 2. And I know it's been a while since their last event, all the way back in June during E3 week on the 13th, where we got a whole bunch of new announcements. We got Bethesda exclusive, we got the new Redfall game exclusive to Xbox, a whole bunch of Game Pass titles, the announcement of Forza Horizon 5, the reveal of Halo Infinite's multiplayer. So we got 2 events this month. One of them is actually tomorrow, August 10th, and I believe 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern, where ID at Xbox partners up once again with Twitch to talk about indie games on Xbox. We're going to have some new announcements and hopefully more announcements of indie games hitting Xbox Game Pass on day 1. Maybe we see Scorn again, maybe we see the Gunk and get some dates for those at the end of the year. So let me know in the comments below what indie games you would love to see hit Xbox and want to check out during tomorrow's stream. Now, the other bigger event is set for Gamescom 2021, where Microsoft said in their Newswire blog, tune in for all the action at Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream. To warm you up for Gamescom week, we'll be airing the official Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream, hosted by Paris Lily. Shout out to you, Paris, doing huge things, and Kate Yeager. Join us on August 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific. You'll get in-depth updates from some of our previously announced Xbox Game Studios titles, alongside some of our third-party partners, including some of the incredible titles coming to Xbox this holiday, upcoming releases to our monthly subscription service Xbox Game Pass, and much more. So it's one of those things where you got to keep your expectations in check, and that's exactly what Aaron Greenberg did over on Twitter, where he said, join us digitally at Gamescom this year. Our Xbox stream is focused on game updates coming this year. So to set expectations, no new reveals or major surprises, but team has a fun stream planned with their amazing hosts, Paris Lily and Kate Yeager. So player, with the announcement of another flighting for actual PvP and big team battle, maybe a new campaign trailer. But honestly, when you think about it, is this where Microsoft announces the release date for Halo Infinite? I mean, when you look at it, it's August 24th. They're saying holiday 2021. That's September, October, November, right? Maybe even December. So Microsoft is going to have to give a release date for Halo Infinite soon. Could it be at this year's Gamescom? So the focus will definitely be on Forza and Halo, Psychonauts 2, maybe even Back 4 Blood. That's a big third-party game that Microsoft is partnering with. Far Cry 6, Battlefield 2042, Microsoft has marketing deals for those titles, and of course, Xbox Game Pass is going to be front and center. So let me know in the comments below what you think Microsoft is going to focus on at this year's Gamescom. And finally, the last bit of news today, Microsoft announced that the Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta is available for insiders through the Xbox app for Windows. So this is where you open the Xbox app on your Windows 10 machine, and you can actually do cloud gaming, play any of the titles that are on Xbox Game Pass from the cloud once you plug in an Xbox controller through USB or Bluetooth. But one of the big features for me personally is now you can stream your console to your PC. So if you have an Xbox Series X or S, you can stream to your PC if you want to play there. I used to record some of my dashboard videos streaming to my PC, but that feature was taken away, but now it's back. So I'm actually looking forward to using that in the future. So Microsoft adding yet another way to play your games, new events announced coming soon, and a masterpiece gets an upgrade for the Xbox Series X and S. Let me know what you think about all these stories in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every single time I drop a new video. Please share this out on social media or tell a friend about the channel. And if you want to take your support even further, you can always hit that join button where you will get access to channel badges and emotes for the Xbox 2 podcast we do every single week with Jez Corden from Windows Central. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.